Twist the rings.
We game time ready. Welcome to my gym where the
Bryant down the right side of the lane. Runner won't go. Rebounded by Mensah. 6 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Butler to the right wing with 3 seconds. Butler in the corner with 1 second. Hoists the jumper. It's good! It's good! Lamont Butler sends San Diego State to its first national championship game. 72-71. The Butler did it for the AzTEX in Houston.
Let it soak in a minute.
Yes, sir.
Let it soak in. Fellas, like I told you, we circled up. All we needed was in that circle, and that's all we needed to win tonight. That's just a gutty performance. You took a team that had 40 in the first half. You held them down and gave yourself a chance to win. And Lamont made the fearless play, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Pick two. It's one of many fearless plays. I mean, I was sitting on elbow all game. I was waiting to call it. Called it Jay Lee. He delivered. Everybody delivered. So, I want you to enjoy the heck out of it. We got one more game to win. We're going to hang a banner on Monday night. You deserve it. You played hard enough. Enjoy this moment. I hate to tell you this, but we're going to get out of here and start our recovery. So as soon as we can get out of the building, we're going to get out. Your parents will have to see you at the hotel. We got work to do, and we're going to start our recovery and start our prep for Monday night. Proud of you guys. All right, bring it in.
Keep your name points up. Come on, man. Say it in meeting one more time. Team on 3, family on 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6.
Of Montezuma podcast. I am your host, Mateo San Diego, and I am joined here by all these lovely people deep in Houston. Texas, you have been good to us. We want to send a very special thank you to the Republic Boot Company here on, well, we're near downtown Houston. And like I said, I'm your host, Mateo San Diego. I'm joined with You cannot stop him. You can only hope to contain this man to my left. He is known as Fiendstradamus, SD Sports Fiend. Welcome.
So glad to be here, man. I am just so grateful that we are playing for a national championship tomorrow night. Yeah. Unbelievable.
And hey, you know, this is like not very normal for us. We want to thank them for opening their doors, the Republic Boot Company. And so Fiend's with me. We made the trip, a crazy trip, stopped in Vegas, a crazy layover, got into Houston and just hit the ground running. And the man to my right here, Coach Minyars, everybody knows he helps us out writing articles all over sonsofmontezuma.com, keeping us educated about the games. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, man, it's thrilled to be here. Wow, what a game last night. We're gonna get all into it. Can't wait for tomorrow. Already excited. Here at a historic Republic Boot Company. Can't imagine anything better. This is awesome.
And we don't usually have this guy joining us, but you know, he came in through the back door. He jumped on the plane. You know, he likes to bust our balls, but he wouldn't be who he is without being that. Dirtball Dan is in the house from the football side of the podcast. What's up, dude? What's up?
Ready? Tired. It's been great being out here.
drinking and eating and cruising around in crazy Ubers. The environment has just been amazing, and I'm so glad I decided to come out and make the trip.
Buy me a beer, Dan.
I do owe you.
So if you've been living under a rock, you don't know that the Aztecs won 72-71 over FAU. Guys, I'm surprised I have a voice today. Like, I really don't understand how I have a voice today. We've all been watching replay after replay after replay of the Butler hitting the amazing shot. So Fiend, we've been going through this whole season together, riding through every single game together, talking about every single game together. I mean, it's the obvious choice, right? Butler hit the shot. What was the main thing that stood out to you in this game?
I mean, I think there's the fact that, again, we're just a team of what I feel is destiny, because we get knocked down, but their best punch can't knock us out. We always get back up, and we had to fight and claw our way back from 14 down in the second half. And every time we started to make a run, it seemed like they'd hit a big. We'd have to try and keep just clawing away, trying to chip away at that lead, and then finally took the lead at the end on a historic shot by our man Lamont Butler, ice in his veins.
Now we say our man, our guy, Lamont Butler. Over a year ago, we got a chance to meet the Butler family. They're in Vegas at the Mountain West tournament, conference tournament game. And, we knew from day one, we wanted him to be on our team, on our NIL team. So before we get into all the ins and outs of the game, hey, I'm wearing it. I've been wearing it. Lamont Butler. The Butler just did it. Go support the man right now. Hey. Merch. For us that have been watching this team for many years, we all know Lamont took some heat this year, right? Yeah, and last year. So everything he's been through this year, to have him come up big, have him come up clutch again. Somebody said he's never have to buy another beer in San Diego ever. I don't even think he drinks beer, but I don't know. He'll never have to buy another one. Mike, I saw you coming up the stairs after the game. I was yelling out at you. What was going through your mind when Lamont was coming down the court?
Oh man, my friend and I, we talked about this today and last night. What we were thinking about was there was so little time left on the clock. We kept thinking, don't give it away. Don't pass it. Don't pass it. Just own that shot. And so when he rose up and shot it, it was close. I didn't know it was 0.7 seconds when it left his hand, but I knew it was close. But when that ball was in the air, it felt like an eternity, like just get there. But if you look at the side shot, that shot was as pure as could be. It was on line right from the moment it left his hand. And so when that thing went through the bucket and the sound goes off and the buzzer goes off, and we look, it was pure bedlam. It was euphoria. It was unbelievable. I don't have much of a voice left after that. I've been waiting so long for this team to have a moment like this and to share in it, to be here live. Just meant the world to me and my wife, my family, everybody. Just fantastic. Love sharing with Aztec Nation. Incredible. We were all one nation yesterday on those sections of that stadium last night. It was fantastic.
Go, Coach.
So everybody's joining on YouTube. I'm looking at the screen here, guys. There's people that are chatting in, sending in questions and comments. So, hey, Hustle or Nothing says this doesn't seem real. I hope we pull it off tomorrow. Angelica, hey, we know Angelica. What's up? She says, will the free throws improve? Okay, we're still down. So Dirtball, yesterday before the game, we were all at the tailgate lot drinking beers. Just, it was hot. It was, but it was a nice scene. All Aztec Nation took over the bar. I went up to you and I said, everybody says I believe. And I said, why do you believe? What did you tell me, man?
I didn't believe. I mean, I thought we had a good chance of winning, but I wasn't, I thought it was a 50-50. The line was what, a point and a half, which shows it's 50-50.
Yeah.
And in the second half, I can't lie. I mean, I was looking to check my flight, see if I could change it from Tuesday to yesterday, or or today. Yeah, exactly. But I deserved any ribbon I'd get from that. But I think most people were pretty scared and concerned of what's going on in that game. We couldn't get any momentum going because of the constant fouls, calls, and we couldn't just do anything. But slowly, man, just grinding away with the offensive rebounds, the offensive rebounds, the offensive rebounds. We got it down there. And then you look at, I mean, I was getting texts from people all around, you know, San Diego and California, the country. And they're like, oh my God, I didn't think we had a chance at winning, because it didn't really feel that comfortable. You know, they had the ball. I mean, AG gets a great block which is really getting no credit, you know, but a great block that kept it in bounds, kept the momentum going, and man, a great look for himself. And like it looked like he was in a practice shot, like he was in the gym, and that's what he did. And he made me look stupid for trying to look for my flight.
I'm looking at Clinton over here, and after we hit the shot, dude, I turned around and I looked at you, bro. The tears were about to flow. And the tears were flow. And you're not alone. I'm calling you out. You are not alone, man. The party kept going.
I have a question.
Ask a question. What do you got?
You want to call timeout? Do you want Butler to go?
Ooh, did you want Coach Dutcher to call timeout?
I wanted them to do. I wanted him to foul. You know, I wanted him to foul when they had 5 seconds. It was 35 seconds.
Foul Butler.
No, when it was 35 seconds left and FAU had the ball, instead of waiting for that last shot, I wanted him to foul, prolong the game. And Mateo did too.
I did.
And hey, like once again, I'm not a coach, you know, so like I look stupid with it, but
CBS said the same thing. Now, what did I tell you?
So they did.
What did I say?
Okay, I gotta give Fiend. We call him Fiend Stradamus for a reason, guys. Like I've known this dude for a couple years now. He used to roll deep in the show, going crazy down there in the show, and I was like, dude, who's this guy? Got to know this guy. He's called so many games throughout this tournament run, exactly how the game's gonna start. And now he called it how it was going to finish. He said, once we get the ball, Butler, take it all the way down. It's going to be like Tyus Edney, how UCLA, when they won in the tournament, that highlight is replayed forever.
That's exactly what happened. I said, one stop, we're going to get a stop, and it's going to go to Butler, and he's going to get downhill a la Tyus Edney at the horn, and we're going to win the game. Now, they cut him off, so he couldn't drive to the hoop. So he stopped at the baseline, but then he reversed it, and that's when he pulled up bucket. So
the first one, right? When you're losing. Yeah.
Here's an interesting fact too: is the last time the Final Four was played at Energy Stadium, I think it was back in 2016. It might have been. Villanova was playing UNC in the championship game, and that is the last time in the Final Four they've had a buzzer beater. And I saw a tweet that had Butler's shot right next to Chris Jenkins' shot for the national championship game, and they both look like just pure shots, you know, that no doubt they were going in. And so I don't know, just something special about Energy Stadium, the Final Four. And who knows? Maybe we will have another buzzer beater. Hopefully, it's us. Better be us. Better be us. On Monday night, the Redeem Team.
The Redeem Team. That's what we've been calling them all season. The Redeem Team. I mean, hey, can we just say it, guys? Arkansas, get out of here. Get out of here. Muscleman taking your shirt off, waving around like, hey, how do you like it now? Listen, this team had to go through a lot of trials, a lot of heat this season, and for us to be at this point, I don't think any of us saw this. I'll be the first one to say I did not believe, I did not see it. I couldn't think of a better place to have my first Final Four experience than here in Houston, though. I mean, it's been an amazing run. And Jaden Ledee, this is hometown. He showed up big towards the end of the game. You know, Matt Bradley showed up big in this game. You know, he had his
11 of the first 14 from Matt Bradley.
Unbelievable.
14.
That's like three pointers or something in the first half.
He served notice that we were here to play.
Yes.
That he was here to play. He had struggled leading up to this game, and we knew that. We said, if he was 15-16, we're winning this game. And I think he felt that. And so he came out and scoring 11 of 14 team, just let everyone know, hey, I'm the senior. I'm the leading scorer here. You can count on me tonight. We're not losing. That's what I felt like. When he was in those shots, it was like, wow, this is it. This is the Bradley we've been waiting for. We wanted to see, wanted to have a breakout, and he had it. And I think it helped calm the team down, get them settled. That's where we went out 14-5. The early lead was in large part because of Bradley's play.
Yeah,
I think I think the most part of the game for the Aztecs was when Parrish kept hit those 2 threes.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like it was going to get ugly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they had a lot of momentum and he hit these threes just to keep it around that 10 to 12 point range, you know, like where you're still in striking distance. And, you know, then these are some of the unsung heroes, but yeah, the D coming through for those jump hooks, and then Dutcher having the play call that he said he was looking for a 3, but he let it go. He wanted the D to go 1-on-1 against the center at the end with 40 seconds left. And man, he hit a big jumper. Like, man, a lot of things had to go right. They had to execute well beyond the and man, that the AG block. And to get it against the glass, to get the rebound and get it put, man, it was. I don't think enough people are talking about it.
Yeah, it was a total team effort. I mean, there was so many guys, like you said, with Micah Parrish. They had their biggest lead at that point. It was 14 points. Everyone was a little nervous. Okay, we can't let this lead get any bigger. And he hit those 2 threes back to back. It's back to 7, in no time. And then, that got range. And yeah, I mean, definitely Butler is getting a lot of the attention, but this was a total team effort, really on both ends of the floor. And what an amazing job with the offensive rebounding in the second half. A lot of those were off of missed free throws. And I don't know if you guys saw what they did, but they were doing a lot of crosses to actually get position inside to grab those rebounds. And that strategy really works so well. We grabbed so many of those misses. So really, all those misses, sorry, Angelica, or, all those misses that we had, we actually kind of benefited from some of them because we got those offensive rebounds and some put back points.
So in our article recapping the game this morning, we put the formula for the Aztecs victory is basically just lockdown defense, premier rebound, and hey, a timely offensive shot whenever it comes about. You have that opportunity, and they just come up clutch. So can we give some respect though, because FAU was not a team I knew much about coming to this, and the fact that they gave us everything that they could, you got to tip your cap to them. I mean, FAU, they were legit.
Some of the sets that they would run out of the timeouts or whatever to get their looks, man, they ran a lot of clean offense. And so when I think back to the game, I still think, how did we win this game? I mean, that Martin kid, that reverse layup at the end.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was so impressed by them.
A lot of people said that they were a small team and that, that was going to be a disadvantage for them against the Aztecs, who had superior height. But man, those guys, they're like 6'2" to 6'4". They all played like they were 6'7", 6'8". I mean, forwards. No way that Martin kid is what, 6'2". No way. I mean, he played so much bigger than that. And so, yeah, you got to tip your hat to him. I agree with you. I mean, the offensive sets that they ran a lot of like double screens we did not play well defensively, especially in the first half, because we were ducking up underneath all the screens. We weren't fighting over them, but that's just because they were executing their screens so well. It was so difficult, to do what we did. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, but we didn't switch a lot on defense in this game. We just tried to fight through the screens instead. In other games, we would switch a lot, and that made it more difficult for other teams to get open. So.
And to their credit, we've faced good offensive teams in this tournament run.
Yeah,
we faced Alabama, one of the best teams, offensive teams in the country, and a very good defensive team as well. We also faced a very good Creighton team who is known for their offense. Those two teams, they ran great sets. They couldn't hit shots against us. They were missing shots. I mean, Creighton missed some wide open threes that they normally knock down.
Yeah.
Last night, FAU in the first half was not missing open shots. I think they were shooting 60-some%. And they were dominating on 3-point as well. That is what made me nervous, was that a team that had finally willing to have such a great offensive set, but then we're hitting their shots. And I was hoping going into the game that shooting in a cavernous stadium like that with very poor backdrop for shooting was going to play to our advantage for shooting a team that relied on an outside shot. It did not in the first half at all. But the one nice things about being in the stadium that's that large, it has a huge scoreboard. And I kept looking up at the scoreboard and look at the field goal percentage and 3-point percentage because they had them light next to each other. And around the middle of the second half, the 3-point shooting percentage switched to our favor. And that's when I got more comfortable. Like, this is going to be where we're going to be at. This is how we're going to make our run. This is where we're going to make a play. You know, Kashad Johnson hitting a big 3.
Yeah.
That was absolutely huge. Like, I never mentioned that at all. Kashad Johnson. We had it. Nail it. You watch him warm up or in practice, he practices that shot all the time. That is his spot on the floor, and he hit it. Such a huge play, like you were saying, Pete, about a team effort with that. But honestly, FAU, great credit, great offense, great team, and they really gave us a run. They made us nervous for a while. I'm an Aztec fan. I ain't gonna give all the credit to them. 39 it's 59 seconds. A 40-minute game. Coaches say this all the time. It's a 40-minute game.
About 7 seconds.
I mean, they were hitting like over 40% from 3-pointer in the first half. Like, that's insane. No team had done that. No.
40.9.
Yeah. That dropped down a lot.
We'll take that. So, like, the fact that we won and they shot 40% from 3.
Yeah, great space. We ended up over 50%. You couldn't use the field.
As you can see, we're all very, very hyped up over this game. But we got to move on. We have to move on because, dude, we got to move on.
Still Dancing State University.
That's what it is.
Hey, we got to move on. But one thing I want to say is, before we move on, is the turnout of Aztec fans.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
And it wasn't even the turnout. I mean, I'm proud of these people.
Well, you go to the students. I was talking to some university administrator to get out here to help fill that section. And then for the next 500 students, they gave $500 in travel vouchers to make sure that students were represented. That came from the university. That's the university saying we here to represent, because that's our advantage. When our students are into the game, that's it. And so one of the things I really loved going back through, all of the social media was some of the highlights that you saw, some of the clips from people's phones and different angles that they had and they showed. And one of them was cued in on the students.
Yeah.
And when Butler hits that shot, the student reaction is phenomenal.
Yeah,
Jumping up and down, so excited. Remember what it was like to be a student way back in the days of the red and black fan attack. We even knew that existed, but I was a member of that. Still got the red t-shirt before the Fisher Fanatics. Never dreamt that this would have been possible, that we'd have a student section like this traveling from San Diego to Houston to represent Aztec Nation in such a grand fashion. Incredible for this old man to see that, to be there, to recognize what this program has accomplished and how far it's gone. Thank goodness Steve Fisher decided this was a reclamation project he wanted to be a part of and brought Dutcher along for the ride. Amazing.
And let's give a shout out to Show Alumni. They raised over $4,000.
Yeah,
$5,000.
Yeah.
To help people get out there and root on the team. So, man, unbelievable effort there.
Yeah, it was just an amazing experience. I'm hugging total strangers. That's the first time I think I've ever done that at an Aztec sporting event. And I mean, it's just nice. It wasn't like a, hey, what's up, kind of hug. I mean, it was just so caught up in the emotion of what was just a historic night for San Diego, and San Diego State University. And what a wonderful, wonderful time that we all had.
So, Dan, you said something to me earlier. We were talking about how all the text messages we've been getting from friends, I know all you guys have been getting them because they know you're here. They know you guys are diehards, and they're like, "Oh my God, you were there!" Or whatever.
Get me gear,
Bring me something.
Bring me gear.
And you know what? Hey, you guys should be here. But a lot of them are coming tomorrow. Or coming today.
We got reinforcements.
But we were talking then, and how do we feel about that? Because some people are looking at this UConn game, and let's be honest, guys, UConn is really, really good. We stuck around and watched, a couple minutes of that game against Miami. They're really good. They're gonna be tough. I think we're a team of destiny. I've said it a lot. But for our San Diego fans, the ones that are hitting us up on the text message and are bandwagon. It's great. It's great. Come on in. But okay, I don't even want to say like if we don't win 2 games on this trip. But up to this point now, throughout this journey that we've been on with this team, if that does not happen, this is the most amazing season that we've ever had in the history of Aztecs basketball. Like, let's be real. Let's be honest. Like San Diego, look, at the Padre game, you guys all saw it. Everybody's losing their shit. At the Padre game, like, they're supposed to win it all.
Yeah, I think like for me, I was getting text messages like, man, hopefully they could win tomorrow. Well, yeah, hopefully they can win tomorrow, but I don't want that to be the end all be all of the season.
Right.
I was telling Matt that, look, what we got a regular season flag that we're hanging up.
Yep.
We got a tourney flag that we're hanging up. We got a Sweet 16. He said, I don't know if we hang up Elite Eights, but Elite Eight flag, Final Four. Like, yeah, I want them to win. I think they have a chance to win for sure. But let's also like take in the moment and kind of enjoy what the journey's been. And like the people that are coming in late, I don't want it to be all or nothing.
Right.
You know, like there's a lot to be said for what this team's already done. And I, maybe it looks like I'm hedging my bet or something like that, but no, man, I would have never dreamed that we've made it this far. And I'm appreciating every moment of it. And hopefully you can keep going. If not, I'll always remember the season, and hopefully the rest of San Diego will too.
Yeah, along those lines, I'm here with my buddy, my best friend. We were AzTEX in 87, going to games. It was the first time we met, and we've been season ticket holders for 25 plus years, going way back. And so he's here with his family. He's got a son who is a high school guy, played basketball as well, and he is already nervous about tomorrow. I had lunch with him today, and he's, I'm so nervous, Mike. I'm so nervous about tomorrow. And I said, Jake, relax. This is a game. We're either going to win or we're going to lose. That's what's going to happen, right? We know those are the 2 outcomes, but we're there. We're in the championship game for men's college basketball. There is no other college basketball game taking place tomorrow. We have reached the end. The sign that says the road ends here, it ends tomorrow for both teams, win or lose. We're here. We have taken this season. This team has taken this season as far as it can possibly go. You've reached it. That is a milestone and an accomplishment that needs and must be celebrated no matter tomorrow's outcome. I don't mean to hedge my bets because I want them to win with everything I got. But I'm going to be excited either way because my team is taking the court at Energy Stadium for the national championship tomorrow night.
Yeah, we should be proud. Sure.
That's it.
See you bringing up Pomeroy ratings. All right, Fiend's about to bring us all down for a quick second because I see him bringing up the Pomeroy ratings of all the analytics and statistics.
No, I'm actually going to bring us.
Okay.
These guys are hedging their bets. I'm pushing all in on the AzTEX. All right. Here's the thing. UConn played really good offensive teams. Miami, Gonzaga, those teams do not have the Aztec defense. I do not think UConn wants to play a really good defensive team. They would rather hang their hat on their stopping another team's offense than having to score points against us. So I think this is going to be to our advantage. And if we can keep the score around 60, 65, and we can just grind this game out, we got a shot to cut down the nets tomorrow night. That's my belief.
Hold on, Feed. Hold on, Feed. You said you're not going to hedge your bets, and then you say, we got a shot. We got more than a shot, Feed.
We got a great shot to win the game. We're what, 7.5 point favorites, right? We're big underdogs. We're big or underdogs. We're dogs, right? We got as good a shot as anyone to win this national championship. I think it's going to happen. I got all my money on the AzTEX. Like I said, I'm all in.
True facts.
This is true.
This is true. Let's go.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, we stuck around and actually watched some of the game against UConn in Miami. Dan, you're the cold water bucket of the group, man.
I mean, everybody knows UConn's great, you know, I mean, they're a great team. It's not so much that I mean, the way they're playing now, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they've dominated teams throughout the tournament. You know, but someone I trust, I texted out who is really on the analytical side, and he said, you know, like the Alabama game was a bigger hurdle, you know, so, you know, I'm just, fuck it, we're gonna go there, play our best. If we win, we win. I think it needs to be an ugly game.
Yeah.
A little chippy, maybe even a little, like, we got to get some offense rebound, stuff like that. But, you know, like everybody else is saying, or everybody else inside this room is saying, it's UConn's favored for a reason. You know, so we're going to play really well. And if we do, we have a chance to win.
Brylus says this is house money we are playing with, right?
Yeah,
right. We're the underdog.
That's
We're playing
right.
my house money.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm not nervous at all. They already made a historic achievement when they beat Bama.
That's hedging back.
Everything else has been gravy. Timothy Haynes is getting Sonogo and Klingon both in foul trouble. The only way SDSU can win. So do we have to get them in foul trouble? I'll say no, but I will say this. 2011, we played UConn and Kemba flopped like a little, but you know, he flopped and we lost that game. I want to see some dogs come to the game tomorrow. I don't want us to play outside of ourselves, but I do want to bring the fight. You know, this is the redeem team, that what we like to call them. They're playing for destiny. They're playing for a spot to win the hearts and the minds of San Diego, which I feel they've already done.
Oh yeah.
But to get that championship ring the way that they won last night, I want to see some fight. Maybe not a Micah Parrish little elbow, like, which, hey, that was a BS call. Like, you know, things like that happen. But I want to see some fight. So I don't know. This game, it's gonna come down to it. It is. That's the way we play. That's every single game. That's how it goes. So as long as we put ourselves in that position, I like our chances. Okay. So before we start winding things down, moving the first West Coast team to even make a national championship since Gonzaga, which was, I don't know how many years ago that was. And even before that, it was even longer. So what effect is this going to have on recruiting, on, you know, hopefully a Pac-12 invite coming very shortly, but just on the brand itself, Aztec basketball, football, everything across the board. I mean, the visibility and the marketability this week has given us alone is huge. There are kids watching this game last night all over the nation that they're Aztecs fans now. And then you're not going to change their mind, because that moment Butler hit that shot, it's deeply ingrained. I mean, I remember becoming a Laker fan. It wasn't because of Magic Johnson. It was because Nick Van Exel hit a fadeaway three-point shot, in the last game in the Boston Garden, and sent everybody in Boston home crying and pissed off. So there are those cases that Aztecs fans are being born all over. Well, maybe not physically, but you know, maybe that too. I don't know. Maybe that too. But yeah.
Happens at the Super Bowl.
Hey,
Happens at the Super Bowl.
There's gonna be a lot of kids named Lamont out there.
Yeah.
Hey. So, I mean, moving forward, what is this going to do for our program, Fiend?
So there's a guy named Pete Thamel who writes for ESPN, and he put out a tweet that he said Dutcher says if SDSU has back what he thinks they will, the Aztecs will be better next year. He says he's been busy on the phone recruiting portal players during the Final Four.
Wow.
So we're talking potentially that San Diego State could elevate itself to the level of Gonzaga. Remember when Gonzaga was more mid-major like us, right? And then they became sort of almost like a blue blood, right? They're always in the Sweet 16. They're always in the Final Four. They're always contending for a national title. That this could ascend the San Diego State men's basketball program on that level. And especially, hopefully, Adela is working on getting us into a conference, and we get into a Power 5 conference soon. That is gonna it's gonna shoot us up even more. So I'm really, really excited for Aztecs basketball. And I think that this Final Four is going to pay dividends for us in the future.
Shout out Adela, I love you. Okay, anybody else want to jump in?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think Fiend's right in terms of the immediate impact for the basketball team, but I'm looking at it from a larger perspective. If we take a step back and we think about what's happening, football, okay, had a bad season last year. Let's be honest, it wasn't what we expected. Huge game changer. We're already seeing it. We're seeing it in recruiting for football. We're seeing people that are already committing. We're seeing it for basketball. They're bringing the basketball recruits to Snapdragon to show them, hey, this is what the university you're coming to. This is the university that is growing. This is a university that is on the move, and you want to be a part of it now. So I think even from a bigger perspective than just what's happening on our basketball team, think about how our university is being put in such a positive light with the representatives of the men on the court, including Dutcher and his staff, by the fans that are around. They're showing the nation, this is a school and a community who cares about what's happening here. Come be a part of this. Yeah. And so I think not only will we see the impact immediately, but I think long-term, we're going to be a team that people look at and say, you know what, I want to go there. And part of it's going to be because of the Final Four run, for sure, absolutely. But I think it's how we've performed on that stage as well means the world.
Love that. Love that, man. Okay, before we move on, I know we got to bring things down. Thank you guys for being patient with us and just hanging out. Thank you guys.
Appreciate you all.
It's
shout out to the Republic Boot Company.
Yeah, hey, Republic Boot Company. Man, I can't say enough. Enough.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate you. Todd, thank you.
Yes. Now, before we bring things down, I don't want to be too much of a downer because it's not a reason to be a downer. You know, hopefully Mike Tortolot, our other host, will make it out tonight. Big time. You know, he stayed behind, you know, to be there with his family and to watch this momentous occasion that came to pass. But I want to send big love to my brother. Many of you guys know my brother. Yeah. He's the DJ at all of our watch party events. Yeah. And, you know, we've been through so many watch parties, so many travel occasions, road trips. You know, many of you guys I know from road trips and whatnot. And he would have been here right beside us today. But, you know, I want to send some love out to him and his beautiful wife, Becky. That's my big sister right there. You know, hey, he would have been here, but I just want to send my love out to both of you guys. You know, when matters of family come about, family comes first always. And, you know, I told them I was going with the victory mindset this weekend. You know, they had some health issues that were going on this week. And I'm happy to say that they came through very successful.
Oh, awesome.
She's in very good health and spirits. So, hey, whatever happens tomorrow, it's already a success. It's already a success. In the big scheme of things in life, it's already a big success. So love you, Bank. Miss you. Wish you were here. But, you know, we're hopefully going to bring this championship back for you and win it for Bank. Win it for Bank. Yes. Okay, guys, any closing thoughts? Because, you know, we've been here for a while. We got to close up shop. It's Sunday, right? We got some more partying to do before we continue on. Just proud of the guys. Yeah, the team. I mean, from top to bottom, coaching staff, all the staff. You know what? Let's give some love to. We've been embarking on this journey, podcasts, articles, all that good stuff. But you know what? There's a lot of people in San Diego that have been creating quality content. I want to give them shouts out as well. Aztec Breakdown, they've been wonderful. We've seen them out here. East Village Times, give them their propers as well, man. They've put in a lot of work. Mark Ziegler at the UT. I mean, incredible articles. Yep. You know, we're kind of a rogue ragtag group that just we're fans, you know, just want to do this for the passion. We have our NIL agreements and all that stuff, but you know, this is straight from the heart. We're ride or die fans to the end. So a big credit to all those that are, you know, professionals in their craft and doing what they're doing, keeping us all educated and you know, having a good time with this journey, man. You got anything to add to that?
No, I mean, and shout out to the former players.
Yeah.
Who are all here in Houston. You know, I mean, these guys are living vicariously through this team. You know, they never got the opportunity to get to a Final Four, even though Dutcher and Fisher always preached, hey, you're going to get to a Final Four. We're going to get to a Final Four. And finally, a team broke through that barrier and we're here. So, I mean, shout out to those guys and you know, just got to mean so much to them.
Yeah, personally, I want to shout out my dad. My dad is a big time Aztec fan. He worked on campus for 34 years and took me when I was a kid. I was probably 10 years old going to Aztec basketball games at the sports arena and watching Tony Gwynn when he was a point guard for the Aztecs. And he was just a great player. And some of the great players that came, Michael Cage, Leonard Allen, Anthony Watson after them. And I've been a fan ever since. I was hooked. And so, you know, my dad can't make it out here. He's 80 years old, but he is a huge fan. And he was one of the first people I called when I got back to the hotel last night because I want to talk to Dad and talk about what the experience was. And he was so excited when Butler hit that shot. He was screaming. And he was like, I'm so happy that you were there. And my brother's here as well. It's like that you and Tim are there in Houston enjoying this, to be there. So shout out to my dad for getting me in the Aztec love, getting that started early on in my career, my life. My wife is out here. She's been fantastic. She's the reason why I made it because she okayed the finances. She okayed the credit. That's the better half to be sure. So I ain't here without her. So let me make sure I make her a happy wife, happy life. So I'm very happy. So thank you all. And to you, man, thank you for including me. Thank you for trusting me that I could actually add something of quality to your great program, to what you're doing. I appreciate the opportunities to write, share my insights with you all and the folks that read it. Thank you so much for the feedback, what you do. Really appreciate the retweets and everything. It's been an honor to be part of this run this year.
All right. All right.
If I could just go an ancillary angle.
Let's go.
Yeah.
LSU upset Iowa in women's basketball.
Hey.
After they beat South Carolina
By 20 points.
Whoa.
So UConn is the team to beat. Aztecs don't stand a chance. No reason for the Aztecs to show up. Don't get blown up by the reigning player of the year, blah, blah, blah. Ain't no reason for it. Guess what? We got as good of a chance as anybody.
That's right. Anything? No. All right, that's gonna do it. sonsofmontezuma.com. Everybody, make sure you go visiting the shop. All our NIL gear there. Support the players while you can because a lot of them are moving on. Hey, let's get this win tomorrow, guys.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. We're here. Let's go win it.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Go Aztecs. Mike Torlat. We'll see you tomorrow, Mikey. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's go.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Cut, fade to black, Aztec logo. Let's drink.
Let's go.